So I think the hardest thing about being on camera is trying to be yourself. So I'm going to try to be myself as much as possible on camera for this video, and just let me know if you can tell the difference between the other videos that I've posted to this channel, because I'm just trying to be myself as much as possible, and I just think it's incredibly difficult, to try and find your voice on video. Just really tough. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the Sony A7 IV, and I've owned this camera for I bought it about 9 months ago. For what difference it makes, I got it paid it over 12 months. I've still got about 4 payments, so 8 months, 9 months, and I've got about £800 left to pay. It came with the kit lens, which pretty good actually, pretty good for a kit lens. I think it's 24-70. I can't remember the f-stop, but I've mostly got the 35mm f1.8 on there, which is I think it was about £400 or something like that. I can't remember, but I'd have to check. But it was pretty good deal really, and it's pretty much been almost like constantly on the camera until I got the 85mm, which is very impressive. So the base model Sony f1.8 85mm, there's no stabilization in it, but the camera's got IBIS anyway. I would like the stabilization, but it's just so, it looks so good. Basically the image just looks so good. So when I first bought the Sony A7 IV last year, I had it in my mind to return it. Actually, I was convinced that we're going to return it within 30 days, and I was just like, the first time I used it, I put it on a tripod and I pressed record, and I thought, you're going to overheat, aren't you? So I'll just see how long it takes you, and it did overheat. But I put it into the I mode, and ever since then, it's got the kind of higher level of kind of thermal tolerance or whatever. It probably kind of degrades the parts more quickly. But I've got to say, for the way that I use it, it's not been a problem. Overeating's not been a problem. I've not even seen the overeating symbol come on there. So when I first got the camera, I'm thinking, oh, it's a liability, it's not going to be good for video or anything like that, but it's been absolutely fine. So it's not a problem at all. Now the debate I've got now is, I've got 3 Sony lenses, but I want to get a 4th. I want to get the Sony 24-70 G Master Mark II, and the thing is, I really don't want to buy anything else. I want to almost like go minimalist, and I'm just thinking, it's like anything else with your Pareto 80-20, where you only use probably 20% of your equipment 80% of the time, or 80% of the time you're using at any one time. Basically, you're only using 20% of your equipment. And I'm just thinking about I've just been pondering kind of the mindset of the order, or the somebody with gear acquisition syndrome or gas or whatever, where they're like buying because they're buying like it's going out of fashion, or they're buying like things are going to go out of stock and you're not going to be able to get them again for 3 months, and then a job will come up and you really need it and you're not going to have it, so you buy now. You're like stocking up almost, and that's kind of the mindset as they explore what I've been kind of experiencing in buying this gear, where some of it I don't even use, especially with microphones, where I bought some microphones that I don't even need them. I've never even used them. I've got some microphones that I've got at least 2 microphones that have never been out of the box, and they're just there just in case as backups, or just in case there's a bigger job comes up or something like that. I've just never been out of the box, and it's just a real shame, So sometimes I'll buy things when they're on deals. I had to really stop myself from buying my 4th Rode whatever they are, the shotgun mic, the Video Mic NTG, because it was on Amazon for about £155, and the cheapest I'd ever seen it was about £180, and I'd seen them as much as 220. So when it were on at 155 or so, I just thought I had to really resist. I had to almost like sit on my hands, so I didn't kind of buy it. And then I've been wanting to buy a Sennheiser 416, which I'm sure that I would really benefit from, but you know, I've got the Rode NTG5, so do I really need it? So gear acquisition syndrome, eh? Who needs it?